Imagine you need to hold two things together. Maybe it's a broken ceramic mug, or maybe it's the exterior glass panels of a massive skyscraper. Your instinct is to reach for one of two things, glue or tape. But if you had to bet your life on it, which one is actually stronger? Glue has been around since the dawn of human civilization. Tape, on the other hand, is a relatively modern marvel. One hardens like a rock, while the other bends and flexes. Welcome back to Simple Things Surprising Histories. Today, we're pitting these two everyday giants against each other. The answer to which is stronger isn't as simple as you might think, and it will challenge everything you know about stickiness. To understand glue, we have to look to the past. Over 8,000 years ago, in a cave near the Dead Sea, ancient humans boiled animal bones, hides, and plant matter to create a paste that could waterproof baskets and build tools. For thousands of years, this was the glue that held human civilization together. How does it work? When you squeeze liquid glue onto a surface, it flows into microscopic valleys and cracks. But its real power comes from the drying process. As the liquid evaporates, a chemical reaction occurs. The glue cures, turning into a rigid, permanent structure, essentially locking the two surfaces together. In terms of absolute, brute force strength, what scientists call tensile and shear strength, glue is the undisputed heavyweight champion. A single drop of high-grade industrial epoxy can easily lift a heavy car off the ground. But glue has a fatal flaw. It is brittle. Once that rigid bond cracks under sudden impact, it's broken forever. Tape didn't exist until the 1920s, when an engineer named Richard Drew invented masking tape to help auto workers paint straight, clean lines on cars. Tape works on a completely different scientific principle. It uses what's called a pressure-sensitive adhesive. There is no chemical reaction, and there is no drying time. Instead, tape relies on a fascinating property called viscoelasticity. This means it acts like a thick liquid to flow into the microscopic cracks of a surface, but it holds on like a solid. It grips using invisible molecular forces known as van der Waals forces. Because tape forms a weaker, reversible bond, it might seem like the obvious loser in this fight. After all, you can peel a piece of tape off with your bare hands. But tape has a secret superpower that glue completely lacks: flexibility. If glue is a solid brick wall, tape is a flexible shock absorber. And in the real world, flexibility is often stronger than rigidity. Take a look at the Burj Al Arab in Dubai, or the Walt Disney Concert Hall. You might assume their massive exterior metal and glass panels are welded or glued together. Surprisingly, they aren't. Many of these architectural marvels are held together by industrial-strength VHB tape, which stands for Very High Bond. Why use tape on a skyscraper? Because buildings sway in the high winds. Metal panels expand under the blazing sun and shrink in the cold. A rigid glue would quickly fail under that constant movement, but tape stretches, adapts, and absorbs the vibrations, distributing the stress evenly across the entire surface. So, in a pure weightlifting contest, glue wins. But when it comes to surviving movement, severe weather, and the test of time, tape is the ultimate survivor. So, which is stronger? The truth is, there is no single king of stickiness. If you want to hold two perfectly still objects together forever, use glue. If you need a bond that can bend, flex, and weather the storm, reach for the tape. Which side of the debate are you on? Team glue or team tape? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this dive into the surprising history of everyday things, hit that like button, share it with a curious friend, and subscribe to Simple Things Surprising Histories. See you next time.